Imagine waking up to a completely normal day on Earth. People are going to work, cars are moving through busy streets, planes are flying across the sky. Everything feels normal. But at that exact moment, astronomers around the world detect something strange in deep space. A mysterious object moving silently through the darkness. It doesn't emit any light. Telescopes can't see it directly, but its gravitational influence reveals something terrifying. The object is moving directly toward our solar system. A few weeks later, scientists confirm the unthinkable. The object is a black hole, and according to calculations, it will pass dangerously close to Earth. But what would actually happen? Could our planet survive such an encounter? And what would humanity see in the final moments before meeting one of the most powerful objects in the universe? To understand the danger, we first need to understand what a black hole really is. A black hole is one of the most mysterious and extreme objects in the universe. It forms when a massive star reaches the end of its life. Stars produce energy by fusing elements in their cores. But when a giant star runs out of fuel, something incredible happens. The star collapses under its own gravity. In just a fraction of a second, the core compresses into an incredibly small point. This point is called a singularity. Around it lies a boundary known as the event horizon. This is the point of no return. Once anything crosses the event horizon, even light, it can never escape again. That's why black holes appear completely dark. But ironically, the area around a black hole can be one of the brightest places in the universe. Matter falling toward the black hole heats up to millions of degrees, creating an extremely bright disk of glowing gas. Now, let's imagine an extraordinary scenario. A black hole with the mass of our sun enters the outer regions of our solar system. At first, nothing unusual happens. It is still far away, but slowly, its gravity begins to influence the planets. Neptune's orbit starts to shift. Uranus begins drifting slightly off its path. Astronomers notice that something is disturbing the delicate gravitational balance of the solar system. Soon, the effects reach Jupiter, then Mars, and eventually Earth. Scientists would quickly realize something massive is approaching, but by then, it might already be too late. If the black hole came as close as the distance between Earth and the Moon, the consequences would be catastrophic. Its gravity would begin pulling on our planet with incredible force. The oceans would react first. Tides would grow stronger and stronger. Gigantic waves would sweep across the oceans, rising hundreds, even thousands of meters high. Coastal cities would disappear within hours. The Earth's crust would begin to crack under enormous stress. Massive earthquakes would shake the entire planet. Volcanoes across the globe would erupt almost simultaneously. Ash and smoke would fill the atmosphere, turning the sky dark. But this is still only the beginning. Near a black hole, gravity behaves in a very strange way. The difference in gravitational pull between 2 points can become enormous. Scientists call this effect tidal forces. If a person were to fall toward a black hole, their feet would feel a stronger pull than their head. At first, the stretching would be small, but as the person got closer, the difference in gravity would increase dramatically. Their body would stretch longer and longer, eventually becoming a thin stream of matter. Scientists call this process spaghettification, and the same forces could begin tearing apart entire planets. As Earth moved closer to the black hole, the tidal forces would become unstoppable. First, the atmosphere would be stripped away, then the oceans would be pulled off the planet and dragged into space. Eventually, the planet itself would begin to break apart. Huge chunks of rock and metal would tear away from Earth's surface. These fragments would stretch into long streams of glowing material. They would begin orbiting the black hole, forming a massive accretion disk. This disk would heat up to extreme temperatures, shining brighter than millions of stars. For a brief moment in cosmic history, the destruction of Earth could become one of the brightest events in our galaxy, and then it would all disappear. Thankfully, such a scenario is extremely unlikely. The closest known black holes are located thousands of light years away from Earth. That distance is so vast that they pose absolutely no threat to our planet. But the universe is enormous. Our galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars, and scientists estimate there could be millions of black holes hidden in the darkness. We have explored only a tiny fraction of the cosmos, which means there are still countless mysteries waiting to be discovered. Black holes remind us just how powerful and mysterious the universe truly is. If you're fascinated by space, black holes, and the mysteries of the universe, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because out there in the cosmos, the next discovery could change everything we know about reality.